Article 5.
Did you read the FISA application before you signed it?
I'm not going to comment about any FISA application.
So you won't say to this committee whether or not you even read the document you signed that authorized spying on people associated with the Trump campaign?
Well, I dispute your characterization of what that FISA is about, sir.
Well, that's Congressman Matt Gaetz demanding answers about the FISA application used to monitor former Trump campaign aide Carter Page during yesterday's hearing with Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and FBI Director Christopher Wray. Congressman Gaetz joins us live now. Congressman, good morning.
Good morning, and I didn't think it was a trick question to ask the Deputy Attorney General if he had read the document that bears his signature that allowed the United States government to spy on a presidential campaign. You'd think that was a softball question, but it shows how mangled things have become at the Department of Justice and the FBI, and so I'm hoping we're able to get documents that will provide answers because we haven't been getting the answers from the senior leadership.
Congressman, you and your colleagues were demanding a lot of answers in that hearing room yesterday. Did you get any?
We certainly didn't get the answers we wanted, and in addition to the clip you just showed, there seems to be now new inconsistency developing in the Department of Justice's story. They previously said that they opened the Trump-Russia investigation on July 31st when they got a communication about George Papadopoulos. But when I asked what investigative activity occurred before July 31st, Rosenstein and Strzok both said that's classified, which is a weird answer, right? Because if nothing happened before July 31st, you'd think they would just say it. It may very well be, Sandra, that the president's claims that intelligence was collected against his campaign were in fact true. And if the FBI and Department of Justice made liars out of Paul Ryan and Trey Gowdy, I think they're going to have to answer for that.
You know, you are saying a lot there, Congressman, and we were watching these exchanges yesterday live on this program because the hearing started about now, and it got fiery. And your colleague Trey Gowdy was certainly demanding answers as well. And this was another one of those fiery exchanges. Watch this.
We've seen the bias. We need to see the evidence. If you have evidence of wrongdoing by any member of the Trump campaign, present it to the damn grand jury. Whatever you got, finish it the hell up, because this country is being torn apart.
Congressman, you were there. You heard it too. What did you think of that?
Well, I think it's a good thing that we've actually got someone before the Congress that we're holding accountable. Trey Gowdy understands that Bob Mueller answers to Rod Rosenstein. And if Rosenstein wanted to accelerate the pace, if he wanted to show the American people where this investigation stands, we could. All we know as the American people is that the very same people that worked on Hillary Clinton's investigation then worked on the FBI's Trump-Russia investigation and then went to Mueller's investigation. And all the while, they were spewing venom and bias that even the Inspector General was saying cast a cloud over whether the official acts of the government were impacted by that bias. Now, the Inspector General's a Democrat. He also was very critical of that staffing decision to take the very same people that had worked on the Clinton investigation and then have them ultimately working for Bob Mueller. As someone who has worked on a number of public corruption cases, the Inspector General said that that was very odd and that that was not something that was a standard practice that we should replicate. So time and again, bad processes by the FBI and the Department of Justice, and that's why we'd like to see this come to a conclusion.
Congressman, the top Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, the committee that was holding the hearing yesterday, said Republicans are requesting documents they know they cannot have. He says this is all an effort, and you hear this from other Democrats, that this is an effort on the part of Republicans to undermine the special counsel's investigation. What do you say back to that?
Well, I would say the special counsel's done a good enough job undermining his own investigation. That's why the latest CBS poll shows that more than half the country disapproves of the way that Bob Mueller is handling the investigation. But here's the binary choice, Sandra. We either live in a country where, at the end of the day, it's elected people that make the decisions, or we live in a country where unelected people like Rod Rosenstein, who's never faced the voters, get to decide on these fundamental questions. And our belief is that there should be congressional oversight. It's deeply troubling that on May 1st, Rod Rosenstein said that there is no constitutional basis for congressional oversight. And I think that the American people should be deeply troubled by that, to have a senior official in our government who essentially believes that he answers to no one. not even the voters, not even the Congress, not even the president. And that's troubling to me, and so that's why we're going to stay on the case. We're going to keep demanding documents, and we're going to hold their feet to the fire.
Final question to you, Congressman. At the end of that exchange we played leading into you with Rod Rosenstein, he told you, we have absolutely conveyed all the questions Chairman Nunes has raised, and I'm optimistic that they'll be able to respond to him fairly soon. Have you had any further communication with the DOJ, Rod Rosenstein, or do you expect to soon?
Well, that was not Chairman Nunes' viewpoint. He's very frustrated and angry to the point of contempt and impeachment if necessary to get these documents. I'm proud to have Devin Nunes' back. We've not gotten the answers we want. That's one of the reasons why yesterday the entire Congress took a vote saying that we demand the documents in 7 days, and if we don't get them, then a lot of pressure will fall to our leadership. Will they defend our institution and our prerogative for oversight, or will they roll over for Rod Rosenstein and the rest of the folks at the DOJ who are frustrating our efforts? I hope they'll stand with us, and I suspect that they will.
Congressman Matt Gaetz, fresh off of that grilling of the DOJ and the FBI and the heads of those departments, it was quite a hearing. It was, you know, a lot of people
more to come. I would expect
come?
Comey and Lynch would be next.
All right.
Yep, Comey, Lynch, Strzok. We're going to see them all in public, and we should have the cameras on.
All right, Congressman Gaetz, thank you.